Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I hope you all are well and doing okay through these times. I know things are difficult, but just stay encouraged. I'm back with another one of my messages. I pray this blesses you. This was truly life changing for me. Um, Real short, I just completed a fast, and the good Lord has given me about 30 messages or so. So I'll be, releasing those again, like I said in my last video, as He tells me to. Um, but today, this one's going to be about breakthrough. And so in my last message, I ended up speaking about, how I said all these things are like coming and it's craziness. It's almost funny. Like, I'm like, really, really, like, what else could happen? Um, but, I knew throughout my life that, things typically always get worse before they get better. Um, and throughout my studying and research and talks with God, He has shown me that everything, starts in the spiritual realm. Just to kind of give you a background of how I view Him and how I process things. So, everything from my perspective is spiritual and starts in the mind, right? Um, and that's why, they say like an idle mind is the devil's playground, because it is, your mind, all these thoughts. And that's how, he, um, you know, kind of speaks to you. In a sense, he can't speak out loud, but in your head, that's why you'll, hear all of this stuff. Like, you ain't doing that. What you doing all this stuff for church for? It ain't gonna pay off, all that kind of stuff, right? Um, so that's the thing. And, I have fell victim to that several times. So, basically what the enemy can't destroy, he distracts. And for me, that was, alcoholism. Like, he really, that was something that I really did love. Like, anybody that knows me knows I love a drink, okay? Several drinks. But in that, I have realized that separates me from God, because when I was in that mindset, after drinking, like, my mind was just so just clouded and just not where I needed to be. And even Chris had told me, like, the looks in my eyes were just even, these distant stares and all that kind of stuff. So it was really, really crazy. And so, with all of that, I've overcome that. Um, Praise God. Seriously, that's huge, by the way. But since I've been able to recognize, all of that for what it is, I know exactly what's going on. So I wanted to share with you one of the things that I came across when I was studying, and it was literally right on time because I was praying that God would, give me confirmation or show me, what it is that I need to answer. I needed an answer for this. So Apostle Joshua Selma, he gave four things that they're signs basically that breakthrough is coming, or it's like right there. And so I just want to share those with you. So I know that, in the Bible, it talks about seek and you shall find. And guess what? That's facts. Okay. So, I asked God, I'm feeling so close to something. Just let me know. Just give me a sign that, I'm on the right track, because I really feel like, something's happening or about to happen. And so before identifying things that Apostle Joshua Selma says, which, by the way, he's really, really good, but he's really, heavy, and his word is like that. So I suggest studying a little bit more before you listen to him, because if you just off the gate listen to him, you might be like, whoa, it'll blow your mind. But anyway, he's really, really good. So check him out on YouTube as well. But the four things he said: the spirit of prayer will come over you. It's like an unusual amount, which I associated that with me because um, as of, it's been about a month now, like, I have literally been praying day and night, like all day. sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and just start praying, you know what I'm saying? So that was definitely happening to me. And the Bible talks about meditate on the word day and night, which I've literally been doing for going on 2 months now, okay? So that's kind of crazy. Um, you'll automatically have the second thing is you'll automatically have the sudden urgency and grace to give. Like you basically lose value of everything around you. You know what I'm saying? Like me, for example, I really don't care about any of this stuff. I mean, of course, obviously we need to have things to live, but I mean, I've lost things and gotten it back. God is faithful. I know he'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even worried about that because in this time he was teaching me, to depend and rely on him because it is only him that, makes all of this go and work and flow, right? So that's the one thing. And then Chris has always had that spirit. And it used to piss me off. Like he's always giving, he's always doing. Anybody that comes and asks him for something, he's there. And I'd be like, how you gonna take out our mouths to feed other people? Like I was super selfish back then. But now I don't even care about that. Like we are seriously givers, and even with our little that we have, we give it. You know what I'm saying? Like we tithe faithfully. We're always giving, to others, whatever it is, whether it's time, advice, any of that. So that's huge. Then the third thing is an unusual confrontation of darkness. So for us, I identified that, because poverty has been like a spirit that has kind of been on the back burner of like our families for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like that is something that, this paycheck to paycheck type of thing, but we are pressing forward to break that curse over our family and our children's children and so forth and so on. So basically, the enemy, that's the only way he is attacking us right now and trying to distract us by, all of this stuff being due, all of this, kind of wanting to make you feel overwhelmed and crazy. And I literally started laughing because I'm like, come on now. Really, enemy, you tried it. You tried it. Like, no. So, and with all these bills and stuff being due right now, like we literally, like things got paid, we still got stuff due, but I ain't tripping. I still ain't got no stimulus. I ain't tripping. It is what it is. So, I recognize that. And then the fourth thing is he'll send you destiny helpers. Basically, these are people that come into your life that are helping you to fulfill your purpose. And unusual enough, I have been one, I've recognized. And then I have had one come into my life. Probably had a few, but I'm recognizing it more so now. And with this particular young lady, she's actually the one that put me on to Apostle Joshua Selma. But she has been amazing, like life changing with prayer, with just everything, as far as God and living for him and recognizing things and somebody that prays for you and stuff like that. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, I need friends around me and people around me, a community around me that's going to pray for me. Because in the Bible, isn't it a story, something about the one guy that was lame and couldn't walk or something because his friends prayed for him? That's how he got healed. I want them type of friends, okay? So, yes. And basically, people are in your life for a reason or a season. But she's definitely she's family at this point. But I just recognize that because it's like she was just that last little piece that I needed to help keep me on my right track and spiritual journey, because everything else will fall into place. And I've always felt that I've had like a calling on my life, probably like most of you. And a part of that calling is, to be a vessel for God to use with the story. you know, sharing. That's really, really important, people, because if you share what you've been through and what you've gone through, people are less likely to, resent you or to be jealous or to, all of that. Because I think I can think of a handful of people that I really, really know them and know what they've been through, and where they are right now is well deserved. So, just keep that in mind. And it's so important to not faint because, you know, never give up. Um, God is using you, and, when your time comes, it'll come. Sorry, Chris was calling me. Um, just know that He is faithful and He will do everything that He said He's going to do. Um, you know, so for me, I used to think breakthrough was like, oh, a financial blessing, or, oh, arriving and all of that. I'm not even concerned with all of that stuff anymore, honestly. I mean, yes, it's necessary and we need it. But what I'm concerned with now is more so God's heart and being aligned with Him, because in that, all of the other stuff will come. But in the midst of turmoil and all the stuff that's happening around us in life, I know that through Him, I'm granted access to peace, joy, love, strength, confidence. Just having access to that power of Him that's in me, that's in all of us. And once you get that, because to me, that's breakthrough. Once you get access and you really realize and know the power that you have, psh, listen, it's over. You hear what I'm saying? Unstoppable. Unstoppable. Like, it's so very true. And I really want, other people to understand that, we all possess it. You just need to tap into it. So stop, letting all this outside influence and distractions and worrying about what other people think. Don't worry about that. They're not going to understand because God didn't tell them stuff. He told you stuff. And what He told you is for you. So it's your job to, hold on to that and be obedient to Him and His word. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So, and basically, I just wanted to, I said all of that stuff to say just whatever you're facing, I don't know what you're up against. I know I've personally been through a whole lot. Um, but whatever it is, remember God is bigger. Okay? God is bigger than it, whatever it is. It can seem like, so big, but God is bigger. Trust me. Okay? And so I need you to know that He's still working on you. Those dreams that you had, again, I'm going to keep reiterating that, because the thing is, you have to really make things plain and put it out there and pray on it. Make your goals, make your lists, write them down, make them plain. Nothing's too big for Him. He will do it. Trust me. He's doing it in my life right now, and I cannot wait to share all of the stuff, that He has done and He's doing, you know what I'm saying? Um, because He's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above and beyond what we can even think or imagine. For me, like, the more my flesh dies, I've realized that it's not just about me. Because, like, one of my mentors had said on her podcast, sometimes, myself or you is the only church that people will know, or the only way they see God is through us. And, I don't take that lightly. I am very, adamant now about putting out what I've been through, because it's very, very important for people to see that, because if He did it for me, He'll do it for you. Okay? He's no respecter of persons. And so, as a believer, I'm really, really, I don't take it lightly. Like, I don't. Um, and when you think about purpose, I used to think that purpose was, what's the one thing I'm here to do, God? Like, what is the one thing that you put me on this earth to do? And, yes, he probably did put you on here to do one thing, but it's so much bigger than that. Like, I feel like purpose is whatever, wherever you are in the time frame. Ugh, I had that line. I hate that. Sorry. Wherever you are in that time frame that it is, or that season of your life, whether it's being there for someone, whether it's giving the man on the side of the road $1, or all the cash in your pocket, whether it's, taking in a loved one, whether it's, just being an ear for someone to lean on, for someone to talk to and vent to, whether it's, giving your whole paycheck to church. I mean, we had someone do that, and she had faith that we knew nothing about, because guess what? She got back like 8 checks that next day or something like that. So, stories like that, and especially in the Bible, like everyone that's in there, that all of these stories, their life served as a purpose to teach us things. And it's important to know those stories, because it literally is your navigation through life. Like, everything that you're going to go through or have been through is in that book. Everything. And I have not read the entire book yet. That is going to happen, but I know a lot of stories, and I'm familiar with a lot of stories in it. And, with that being said, um, you know, we're the same way. So whatever, God has placed us here for, I believe purpose, changes throughout our lives. If that makes sense. And oftentimes, right before he reveals breakthrough in your life, he will strip you from everything, so that way you will know it's him. And the only way you can get through whatever is through him. So he gets all the glory. Because otherwise you think it's you. And no, it's not that. It's him. Okay, so for me, that breakthrough moment was just confessing and being super honest with him. A lot of us don't want to admit the perversion that's in our hearts and minds. We don't even want to say it out loud. But again, breaking that contract of silence, that's what the enemy does. He wants you to be quiet and not say nothing, when you just need to open up your mouth, talk to him, the good Lord, and confess all of that stuff. For me, it was being jealous. It was alcoholism. It was, just my mind was so messed up. Competition, trying to compete with people, trying to get there first, trying to have more, all of that stuff. And that was not of God. But when I really confessed how I felt and was honest about, where I was, he just knocked down the walls, all of them. So I don't have any of that in my heart anymore. And I'm so grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I'm still trying to figure things out and navigate through. But I don't care about how anymore. I just trust in who, which is God. So with that being said, I pray this blesses you. Um, I love you all, and I will see you, good Lord's willing, next time. And take care.